Hey guys, it's Galahad B again. It's been a long time actually since I've done my last video, and today is going to be something special because I'm covering Gaia Project again for the first time in an even longer time. Um, and the background of it is that I've participated in one of the Gaia Project Champions League tournament formats, and I managed to get to the final table. So there were 8 rounds of tables, and as you can see here, I've done rather well. I've won all 7 of my tables, and twice I've actually faced one of the strongest players of all time, Sao All, who finished second in both games, but still made it to the final table. And honestly, one of those 2 games, I was getting kind of lucky. I played Tarklans both times, and I had a lot of neighbors that were happily charging me instead of someone else. So certainly the game in round 4, my opponent definitely shouldn't have charged me as much as him. And if he hadn't done that, then I don't think I would have finished first there. But anyway, so I won those, and now I want to show you how I performed on the final table against this lineup here. So Sao All, as I said, made it to the finals anyways, and Yen 1800 also made it to the final tables. Both of them higher rated than me by quite a significant margin. And last time I made it to the final table of a tournament, I ended in last place. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm doing better this time around. Alright, so the format is random map and reduced map for the 3-player variant. So random map has these weird shenanigans where you have Gaia planets next to normal planets, which doesn't happen in a normal game. But I think it's still pretty balanced, especially because we're doing an auction first to select sides or to select factions. And you can account for any map imbalances by doing a different auction. And also everyone gets a ban, so that if you feel like one faction is way too strong on this map, you can just ban it, and then you don't have to worry about it. And we can see, so Sao All is actually the start player, and he right away banned Taklons. And I was feeling at the time that maybe that was a target ban against me, because the 2 times I played against him, I played Taklons, and I won the table. So maybe I was getting into his head a little, and he takes Taklons on. I mean, Taklons in the 3-player game are not as strong as in a 4-player game usually. And the map's not that Taklon friendly, I don't think. But yeah, I can see it. I mean, nobody likes playing against Taklons. It disturbs the game quite a bit. Alright, so I'm in 3rd seed. Yen bans Ivits, and I'm betting Itaris. So Ivits and Itaris are just 2 of the strongest factions. Really difficult to shut down and play against. And especially in a 3-player game, they are even stronger than in a 4-player game. So I don't like playing against them if I don't have to. So yeah, unless I have a very strong reason, otherwise I want to see them gone. Alright, so no Taklons, no Ivits, no Itars. So that should make for a very interesting game. Sao All picks Hachalas for the 1st seed. And then Yen adds Terrans. And I was very interested in picking Terrans myself. Because we have Gaia final scoring and 2 rounds of Gaia scoring. So that's good for Terrans. But on the other hand, even though it's a 3-player game, with a setup like this, you can almost be sure that Terrans are not going to be the only ones going up Gaia forming. They will have competition on it, for sure. And either Hachalas will do it, or if they don't, then the other faction that's going to be picked is going to do it. Because I'm now in 3rd seed and deciding on the final faction that we'll see play here. And I'll definitely pick something that can Gaia form if they have to. The map, I think, is looking pretty good for the Ferox or the Baskets, so like the gray factions. With Darkland's gone, I'm not interested in Ambus at all because the brown planets are awkwardly positioned. They will not have an easy time getting neighbors. It looks just weird. Nevertheless, might be playable here, but they will not do well on Gaia's. So, and they will also miss these scorings pretty badly, probably. And also, big buildings later on is bad for the Neverless because you usually want to start out with either the Planetary Institute or PI or the Academy in rounds 1 and 2, if possible. So Neverless is not looking rising here. I mean, you could pick a faction that's not being so hard on normal metrics and then just bank on them getting tons of victory points from the auction and suddenly be playable again. But that's not very exciting. And so I'm thinking a lot about Baltax and Firax mainly. I want a faction that can Gaia form but doesn't have to. And I want a faction that has a good map layout. And Baltax, I mean, I love them. I'm not performing so well with them. This map setup is not greatest. Like red, orange planet over here, here, and here, all the way on the corners. And only these two are good in the middle. And I mean, this spot here is pretty good, I guess. You will have a neighbor here and here, probably. But yeah. I don't know. Baltax looks awkward. Also, you have a coins problem most of the time. Seeing this below nav is not nice. So I'm leaning more towards Firax. And Firax, it's a little weird because the advanced technology tile on economy, which I would be eyeing, is not very attractive. But my thinking is that either Hachalis will also Gaia form together with the Terrans. That would leave the terraforming track completely open. So if I'm playing Firax, and the Hachalas are going Gaia forming, which I'm expecting they will, then I'll have terraforming track all to myself. And that can be pretty powerful. If nobody else does that, then this tile, together with the terraforming track, can actually be pretty well. And also, this one is the best advanced tech tiles for the Firax. So there's a world where I can even get that if I'm getting the Firax. And the Firax also have the greatest round 1 scoring tile possible. 4 victory points for upgrading to trading station can trigger 3 times for the Firax in round 1, getting 12 points. Big buildings later on is not bad for them. Another trading post scoring is super good. And yeah, I mean, those Gaia forming bonuses, you will not get them. And you'll also, if you go to the terraforming idea, will miss out on this final scoring. But I think overall it's worth it. And so yeah, I decide to go with a Firax. And now the most exciting part about Gaia Project, in my opinion, is just the auction. Like at this point, you see these 3 factions. What would you prefer to play, and how much better do you think they are opposed to the other factions? And in my mind, I mean, what's the game plan? So Hachalas is a trading post scoring round 1, which is not that appealing, I don't think. Then Gaia scoring, so probably the plan would be maybe 1 step up Nav and 1 step Gaia, Research Lab round 1, and maybe even Academy, and then try and Gaia form right away. Try to contest Terrans, but mainly I think you want some extra victory points from the start. So, because I think the Hachalas are the worst faction in the draft. But you know, if you go Gaia forming, you could score pretty well early on, and together with some bonus VP from the auction, you know, that might be enough to have a healthy point lead. And maybe you beat the Terrans to Gaia for advanced tactile. Yeah, but maybe not. Terrans look like the strongest faction on the first glance, but knowing that you will have competition makes it so much less appealing. Terrans oftentimes are not the fastest up on the Gaia track because they also need nav, and if they start with a PI or get a PI early, then their science will suffer a bit. So it might not even get this advanced tactile. You might even lose out on this top Gaia scoring. And if you miss out on both of these, and you get competition on Gaia, then it's just nightmare for the Terrans. So I feel like they are a pretty risky pick. Which brings me back to the Firax. They are versatile, they'll see what the others can do. They will probably not even be contested on an eco. So Hachalas often goes up the economy track, but with a setup like this, I'd expect them to go for Gaia and try and get a lot of early victory points and ignore econ. And if they don't go econ early, it's most of the times a bad idea to go up econ later on, especially if they Gaia form, because the advanced tactile up econ is really bad for the Hachalas if they go Gaia forming instead of terraforming. And so yeah, Firax really look like the strongest faction. And I don't remember exactly my victory point spread, but I think I was something like 20 something points for Firax, and then 8 points or something to the Terrans. Like I was giving, I don't know, 50 victory points bonus to Firax. So I was willing to pay at least 15 points or something to play Firax over Terrans. And I think I had Hachalas as my 0 victory point faction. So the way auction works in board game arena is you enter your bids for each of the factions, and then the system tries to match you with the faction you most want to play to start out the auction. So if I bid like 20 points on Firax, 10 points on Terrans, and 0 points on Hachalas, it means I value Firax 10 points more than Terrans, and Terrans 10 points more than Hachalas, and Firax 20 points more than Hachalas. So my initial bet would be play Firax for free if I can. And if somebody else bids on Firax, then as long as they don't bid 10 points on Firax, I would just overbid them. And if they bid more than 10 points, I'd instead try and play a Terrans for free. So yeah, to get the bid that is closest to what I want to get. I don't know. I don't think I explained it too well, but you will see it, I think, in a bit. So yeah, I had something like this as my bid, I think. Because Terrans look good, but they will have competition. They might not even get these tiles. And Rux have hero paths to victory points, I think. With these tactiles, possibly the 2 QIC action, and really good round scoring, I think. And also, yeah, basically that. All right. So yeah, the auction took a bit, but it goes by in an instant because of a simultaneous auction. I only get to enter my bids once, and that's it. And so we can see Saul was willing to spend up to 30 victory points to play Terrans. So he's thinking Terrans are by far the strongest faction. I mean, we don't know. It could be 30 points on Terrans and then 28 on Firax and 0 on Hachalas. But probably he had a significant gap between Terrans and Firax. Hachalas possibly the worst faction. Yen also felt like Terrans was the strongest. So Saul is a star player. He goes first. He bids 0 points on Terrans. Yen was willing to go up to 18 points to bid on Terrans. And yeah, I was the only one thinking Firax is the strongest. They overbid each other. until Yen is bidding 11 points on Terrans, at which point Sao All starts bidding on Firax. So we can see he was bidding 20 on Firax, 30 on Terrans, and then 0 on Hachalas. So we agree that Hachalas is the worst faction, but we strongly disagree on Terrans and Firax, it seems. Naturally, I overbid him. Oh, actually, I was only going up to 16 for Firax, so probably I had 16 on Firax, 8 on Terrans, 0 on Hachalas. And so whenever he overbids me, I overbid him, and then he overbids on Terrans. Yen sticks to Terrans. This goes on for a while until Sao bids 18 on Terrans, which was the max bet that Yen was willing to take. And then he was possibly indifferent between playing Hachalas or Firax. And since he entered 0 on both Hachalas and Firax, it seems, he ends up taking Hachalas because that's much cheaper, because I'm already at this point bidding 8 victory points on Firax. Alright, so that ends the auction. Yen gets Hachalas for 28 points. I'm playing Firax with 20 points, which is amazing, because I was willing to spend victory points to play them, and instead I'm receiving victory points and playing what I think is the strongest faction in the setup. Sao, yeah, he starts with the 10 victory points, playing Terrans. Alright, so we start with the mines. And yeah, they have a nice spot together, but I'm not phased at all, because I know I'm Firax, everyone wants to be my neighbor. So I know that if I place here, I will have neighbors, and they will upgrade next to me, because of the way that I upgrade and downgrade my research labs over and over again, and that's so much free power for my opponents that they would be stupid not to place next to me and upgrade. And also, if you are somewhat confident in your initial auction estimates, then there's no reason to go out of your way to block anyone. Because if you feel like the auction was somewhat fine, then you don't need to block anyone hard. Alright, second, yeah, I was debating between here and here, but my reasoning was I need neighbors on both of these spots, because with the trade post scoring in round 1, I want to open research lab, then build a PI, and then downgrade my research lab. And the only way that works is I need to get a lot of ore, and I need 2 extra coins, and I need to build cheap trading posts on both of my initial mine setups. And I know if I build here, I'll get 2 neighbors, red and blue. They definitely want well, actually, blue might not place here, but red definitely will. Blue might place down there, and that's my bet. That he will place down there, red will place here, and so I'll have neighbors in both these spots. Both of them will want to upgrade next to me, because they will figure out that I want to build both PI and research lab, giving tons of charge away, and they will not want to miss out on that. That's, yeah, basically the aim. And yeah, blue places here, red places there, exactly as I expected it. Oh, and round bonus, they hopped over it. But yeah, I want ore, and I mean, I don't the knowledge with a PIRL opening, but it's better than getting 0 victory points or 2 victory points round 1. And that extra knowledge in a pitch might turn it an extra coin if I'm really desperate. And yeah, Hachalas takes. This is actually surprising to me. Like, yeah, he might not build a big building round 1, but he might start Academy, I don't remember. And Terrans, yeah, this makes sense. You wanna go here and here, I think. And as Terrans, you probably want to open RLTS 2 mines to get 2 times the round 1 bonus. Alright, so as I expected, red upgrades next to me, and I'm expecting blue to also upgrade next to me, but he does not. He upgrades up there, which is surprising to me. His red already committed here, so it's not likely that red will upgrade there. So this trade station might not get a lot of charge. And I think, seeing this, I should upgrade here. I'm expecting the Terran player to open research lab, trade station, and 2 mines, meaning you will probably upgrade here. Or there, maybe. Yeah, but I do upgrade there. And yen, interestingly, so maybe that was the read of Saul, the Terran player, that he would go for the cheap mine here with a free power action. He does get some charge after all. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. But he did. And okay, so Saul opened with a PI, which is strong, but it was a little surprising given the round scoring. And it's also not ideal for the later rounds, unless he can get 2 academies. Alright, instead of upgrading to Research Lab, I upgrade a second trade station because I expect the Terran player to loop around here and here. So I'm expecting this to become the Gaia former and him to jump over here or here with his QIC and build another mine. And I want to maximize any possible future charge. And I still have the 3 ore needed to build my research lab. And if I'd had build research lab here first instead of upgrading there, research lab and trade stations are both worth 2 power. So if an upgrade here or a build there would have happened, I would have only gained 1 charge out of it instead of 2. So that would have been way worse. And indeed, now Hatchhalos upgrades here, so I get my 2 charge. And this is interesting. What does he go for? He goes up nav. Yeah, but I expected him to go both up nav and then up Gaia. That was what I was expecting him to do. Yeah, I move up terraforming because I want the 2 ore, and then with my research lab I'll take this tile and go up econ because I want to start econ 2. Because as Firax you really need strong economy, especially with a PI RL opening, which leaves you really low on mines early on. Alright, and thankfully Terrence jumps here instead of here. So I get 2 extra charge right now, which is really good for me. Yeah, and I remember this situation because I have a couple of options here. So the most straightforward one is upgrade research lab, either here or here, it doesn't really matter too much. So I think, no, I should upgrade down there. So this will become my planetary institute so that fewer people can charge off of this constant downgrading and upgrading again. But the 2 options are I can build a research lab down here, take this tile, go up econ, and with the ore and the QIC, I'll have enough to also build my PI this turn by exchanging coins, 2 power for 2 coins. The other option is a lot more greedy. I could burn 1 power, take the ore power action, and then hope I'll get enough charge to get least one coin so that I can transform this knowledge into one coin, burn another power, gain one more coin, and build a PI anyways without taking this tile and instead taking this income tile, which, yeah, increases my income. But the risk is that none of these players will charge me again this round. And if they don't, I don't have enough to build the PI this round. And then I'm just screwed. I would have to convert one QIC. No, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't. Oh yeah, if I convert one QIC into one coin, then I could. And the knowledge into one. That's so expensive that it would be a huge mistake if I did that, I think. So I decide to not go with a greedy play, I think. Yeah, upgrade Research Lab and take the safe way and take this income tile. This one-time bonus tile. I think that's the correct move. It's not greedy. It's not ideal for income, but as Xerox, yeah, if you can open PI RL, then you're in a really good spot, even if you didn't take an income tech tile. So I was okay with this, especially giving me 12 victory points from the round 1 scoring. Yeah, now I discard a token to get 7 coins. I'm not sure if that's correct. But yeah, that's it. I have to convert 1 QSC, build a PI, and now I can downgrade to get another step up economy. And yeah, suddenly at the end of round 1, I'm 70 points ahead of the Terrans, even with a Hachhalas who had 8 points more than me from the faction auction. And I've got a really great start. Better, I think, than them. Yeah, Hachhalas didn't go for Gaia forming yet, which was surprising to me at first. But I think it makes a lot of sense because they have clear access to these Gaias. So they didn't really need to open Gaia forming in round 1. I still expect them to go Gaia forming soon. Right, that's the end of the turn. I get the range booster, which is great because I not only want to build another research lab, I also want to build another mine. Because right now I don't have any mines on board. Alright, yeah. So Hatchhalas build a mine on Gaia. And I can get the 2-ore power action, which is huge. I desperately needed that. So I have 4 ore, which is enough to rebuild my research lab and then also build another mine over here. And then if I get really lucky and I get another ore, I can even build a second mine down there, and then I'll finish the round with a PI, an RL that will be downgraded to TIAS, plus 2 mines, another income tactile, and Econ 4. And then I'm in a really, really strong position, economy-wise. Even though my victory points will tank this round and the next, but that's okay. And interestingly, oh no, yeah, Terrans go up science because that's where the best income tile is for them. Sense. Oh, and I actually, with a range booster, go over here, which means I'll probably not get a second mine down. But I get 4 more victory points, which I deem more worthy than the second mine. So now I can get the income tactile, go up economy again. Yeah. And potentially, I could still get a second mine down if I can get to 6 power. Then I can take the 3 power action and build a mine here, transforming 3 power into 1 more. But yeah, I don't think I'll get the power here. That's okay. I got everything I wanted. Getting Econ 4 in round 2. A lot of victory points. And yeah, now, so yeah, the Hachalis player built a second research lab this round, going up, Gaia forming twice, and they have the same tactiles as me right now. But I have Econ 4, they have access to cheap Gaias, and that I think favors me over the long run, because yeah, the Firax PI ability is pretty strong. And Archalas and Terrans will battle each other for those tactiles, while I have this and the entirety of the terraforming track all to myself. And that's great. If you can play Gaia Project and you'll not be contested on tech tracks you want to go on, you're usually in a really great spot, no matter what the round scoring and the final scoring is. Right, so yeah, I take the charge, sure. And yeah, I give up on the second mine and just take more tokens. I burned something in round 1, and considering I get 9 power income every round, I need a lot of tokens. And I think final scoring, yeah, is also satellites, so I want these tokens. Also, I want to build a federation in round 3 or round 4, and I'll need to burn some tokens to make that happen. So right now I'm thinking build here and have a federation down there for 4 tokens. Which right now I'll have 8 plus 1, 9 tokens, minus 4 leaves me at 5. That's not a whole lot. So I pass, and again I get the best tile for round 3. So starting round 4, I want these victory point tactiles around scorings. No, round boost, sorry. But for the first 3 rounds, I usually look for income tactiles. I mean, there's different ways to play Gaia Project. I'm usually very economy focused, especially early on. Other people play more towards the victory points. So I passed first, and I can decide where to go up to. And I think which power action to take. And I think I really want the so I can get Terra for this round. I don't actually. I think no, I want the coins. Okay. I think the plan here is to upgrade, downgrade, go up Terra, and I still think you really want to go here. And have this be Federation. And I'm okay completely missing out on the round scoring this round because I'm thinking more about the tech victory points, the advanced tech tiles, and my economy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I take this tile and go up here. Yeah, I do. Okay, makes me happy. And you can see that victory point wise, the Terrans haven't really moved that much. Hachalas got further on because they went Gaia forming and have these beautiful sets of Gaias that they can now colonize. But I'm not worried because I have a big edge on them in terms of the research tracks. And if you look at the economy situation, like even with the Hachalas, who have a better faction ability, they get 3 extra coins over everyone else. And this free level 1. And I have more resources than them right now. I'm still even actually beating them on resources because they have a much higher power income. So them having some more victory points than me matter. And Terrans, I think, are in a pretty rough spot because they are not alone on the Gaia track. They are down on victory points, and the economy situation isn't the greatest either. And they run the risk that, yes, they have the PI, but given that Hachalas is actually threatening going up, Gaia forming even further, they might run out of Gaia planets to inhabit it fairly. And then they won't even get extra resources from the PI. I downgrade, I go up here again. Yeah. And I think what I'm thinking now is actually taking this blue planet. I was talking about this one, but I'm lacking the QIC to do it. I don't have a QIC to jump there. And if I go here and upgrade to TS, it's same for satellites that I'll need. And it will also block Terran player quite significantly, I think. He wants go here and yeah, do mean things. And if I can take this one, it will make accessing this Gaia planet really difficult for the Terran player, and also for the Hachalas player. Nobody's coming over here at the moment. And I have just the right amount of resources to it. And it's, I think, the only time I can colonize a blue planet, which is interesting to me. Get more knowledge from this tile and more victory points from here. And right now, I'm not sure if I take this advanced tech tile or this one, but if I do take the advanced economy tech tile, then be one more victory point every round. Pretty sure I take this. I didn't. Could have gone ahead on terraforming afterwards, anyways. Okay, so Hatchallas go here, that's great for me. Oh, right, I knew I had more time before the Terrans would do it, because Terrans weren't at NAV2 yet. And I was pretty sure he wasn't gonna burn a QIC to jump there. He wants to build here, QIC build there, and then also build here. Or maybe even, yeah, no, he wants to take this, this, and this. So 3 more planets. He has the resources for that. And if I take this, then he cannot take these 3 planets unless he somehow finds another QSC, which I don't think he. So yeah, taking this is really painful for the Terrans, and it's pretty good for me. And I get so much charge here, that's so good. So yeah, I think, debating between breeding for the Federation right now and taking an advanced tactile as fast as possible. And I decided against doing that. Because it would have meant building a trade station out of order. I don't need another trade station right now. I need more ore income. And if I upgrade here, I don't have enough to build another mine, I don't think. Also, this gives me the 4 coins income tile, which I think I'm taking here. Yeah, so I have 3 income tech tiles right now. And I at this point in time, I'm really debating between which advanced tactile do I want to snatch at the start of round 4. Or if I want to snatch this one right now. But I have decided that I will take this advanced tactile instead of this one, because this one, even if I take it this round, which would be a little awkward, it's not that many points. So right now I have 1, 2, 3 different planet types. So that's 3 points this round, and then maybe 5 next round, then 6, then 7. So it's around 18 points. I mean, 18 points from advanced tactile is pretty good, but it's not crazy good. And this tile, even if I only take it at the start of next round, is probably going to give me a lot more points than that. So I get 3 to 4 jumps every round just by playing normally Virax. So that's, let's say, 3.5 times 3. That's, let's say, 10 steps. So that's 20 points. Plus, I'll probably get 1 or 2 more jumps from here. And if I go up science, that's another 2 steps probably just from going up science. And if I take science 5, that's another 2 steps. So potentially this advanced tactile is worth 24 to 32 points, maybe even, and getting around 30 points from an advanced tactile is just amazing. And I'll also get the extra victory points from tech level scoring. So yeah, I'm at this point pretty sold on this. I'll delay my Federation to next turn. Take this time, nobody is going to take it away from me. And yeah, just take it round 4. Sure, that's the play. Even mine there. Okay, not sure I needed to do that now, but sure, why not? And I still didn't take victory point tile. Yeah, this is too appealing. That one research labs over trade stations right now, and I want to build a lot of trade stations around 5. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so now looking at the victory points at the halfway mark, Hachalas is 20 points clear. If you remember, I was at 30 points after round 1, and now I'm down to 23. So you could think, oh, actually, I think I was at 34 or something at one point. Now I've lost a lot of points, but I also gained a lot. Like I'm on 4 and Terra 4. So if you just look at the tech levels, I'm already 16 points ahead of everyone else. So the points are actually much closer between me and Yen. And I've gotten past the 2 Gaia scoring rounds where I couldn't do anything basically. Now we're heading more into my type of scorings. And I have the clearer advanced tactiles to score from. And also the level 5s, right? Terra 5 and potentially Science 5. And potentially the advanced tactile on Science. Which, I mean, yes, Terrans took 1 step on Science, but I don't expect them to go all the way up here. That would completely forfeit any pressure they have on the Gaia track. So I expect to have a free run up on both Science and Terra. So right now I'm basically even with Yen. Economy is slightly in my favor. Terran's just really far behind. So yeah, I'm feeling extremely good right now. So yeah, so my plan is I'll build one academy, and I'm not building it this round. I'll build it round 6. Ideally, take this advanced tactile. So I'll miss out this round scoring. That's okay. I get my points from the tactiles, and hopefully also from the 2 USC action. And yeah, my play is to either take this planet and then fed, or upgrade here and then fed. And take this tile and just get a bunch of steps up on science. So I can get as many tech steps as possible, because each tech step not only scores me 2 points from this advanced tech tile, but also potentially 4 points from tech scoring. So science is really attractive to me right now. And I actually get both the 2 ore and the 7 coin power actions, which are normally hotly contested. I'm really happy about that. I still accept every charge coming my way, because I have a lot that I want to be doing. Oh yeah, and I have this range booster, so I can build here without spending a QIC, which I didn't even have anyways. That's pretty good for me. And I have 6 knowledge. I'll get 2 more from here, going up to 8, so yeah, that's a couple of steps coming in. So I fed now, grabbing ore. Usually the best. You're not completely coin starved, and I wasn't. And the play here is to go up Terra 5 first. You could think, wait, don't you want this tile before you take any tech steps? But no, because if I take the advanced tech tile first, I need second fed before I can take Terra 5. That gives my opponent time to get Terra 5 where I can. Also means I'll get those knowledge way later on. And A, I don't want to risk them stealing it from me, and B, I really want those 2 knowledge right now, so I'd rather skip on 2 victory points, be in a much better position for the rest of the game. So I downgrade, I go up here, and downgrading this into trade station also means I'll have an easy research lab to build, get the advanced tile. This is the much cleaner way to do it. Otherwise, I would have had to upgrade to research trade station and then upgrade to research lab. But this is not the round where I want to build trade stations. That's for next round. Alright, so now I do this. Now I take that tile. And now I go up science. So, yeah, Terrence going up science. Not what I was looking forward to. But yeah, it's fine. I still don't expect him to go all the way. And even if he does, then yeah, so be it. I don't need those 2 things to have a good game. And I think it's detrimental to the Terrence. He's giving up on the fight for Gaia. Alright, yeah, and I have 8 knowledge. So that's 2 more steps up science, which gives me more science income, so I'll be at +7. It's really good. And also, yeah, I had a bunch of cheap terraforms to get extra mines, so I'm already sitting at 6 mines, despite me playing as Firax. So normally Firax really struggle to expand, because they'll expand later on than everyone else, at which point a lot of stuff might be unavailable. But because I don't have a color neighbor here, this is another great point about bidding on Firax, is that Firax have white and brown as neighbors, Whereas blue and red, they have each other's neighbors. So white and brown weren't in the game, so Rex would be without neighbors. Well, blue and red battle each other a little bit. And yeah, I'm completely out of competition there. And I have another cheap dig here, and I can take this, get it. So I'll end the round on 7 mines. The greatest advanced tactile. It's amazing position. Despite opening very ungreedily with a 1 ore, 1 QC tactile instead of greedy play, which would have been punished, by the way. But yeah, even the round 1, that's not that amazing. Still have a really great round. So yeah, I built another mine, and I still have another over here that I can build next round. Yeah, just look at the income. 7 knowledge. That's even higher than the Terrans. Much higher than Archalas. I have the highest ore income without even factoring in the past tile. Everyone else already got theirs, but they didn't get mine yet. And yeah, all these metrics, I have the highest income on everything. And points wise, like I said, like I'm behind the Hachalas. Technically also behind the Terrans. But I have a lot of hidden VPs already secured with this. And I have a big lead on the tech trucks. So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty sure I'll win the game. And I take this pass tile. Yeah, because I think the other one's a bit bad for me. I'm not Gaia forming at all, so 1 VP. This is a guaranteed 4 VP. I'm not building AC this round, but yeah. 4 more power is never wrong, and 4 more VP beats getting just 1 VP. Yeah, I'm thinking, what's the most urgent thing to do? I think it's grabbing one of our actions. And I think, not sure which one is better here. I think the ore is better. Actually, agreed for the knowledge. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't afford to do that. The plan here is just to build a bunch of trade stations, go up Nav2, build here, and then jump here is the plan. I think the plan is even to get to Nav4, get a range 3, and then jump, 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 jump. Yeah, I think I have this crazy idea where end the round on 3 trade stations and almost max mines if I can get these clean jumps. And I need some more ore for that. And then I'm basically set. And some more coin. But I'll also be able to get 1 more Federation this round. But yeah, I think I take this tactile now. Oh no, first the downgrade. So yeah, and Terrence is fighting on like fronts here, both Science and Gaia forming. It's really hard though to fight on 2 fronts. So yeah, I take the free mine here, and then I think I wanna build or form another federation. Yeah, I had 3 tokens left there because I took the 2 tokens, power action, getting more ore, and being in a position to immediately use any charge I get from crossing this line, which was the basic idea. Getting my constant 2 victory points every step. And yeah, the dream is to also be able to go to Science 4 this round. That's like the dream scenario. Um, but I think I'd rather get the big econ and just sit on Science 3 this round, see what the Terrans do. Just one more knowledge income next turn, it doesn't really matter that much at this point. And yeah, my plan is working on really, really great. Especially because I have 2 perfect federations over here, and nobody is going to take any of these planets away from me. So I'll be in a crazy income position next round, which sadly will be the last one. It's always great when you can fill out your board like this. And I think, yeah, here the decision was between building one more mine there or building another research lab right now. Because of this tactile, I'm pretty sure my decision. Build the research lab. Yeah. Take this tile. And yeah, run up the AI track and take the action. Just only ATP, but you know, not bad. And yeah, this is what my board looks like. It's just sweet. And once again, income wise, I'm really far ahead. From them, I'm also beating them on tracks, so basically it's now done. They cannot stop me now. The only question is by how much. And I think we can speed up now, because the plan is clear. If Terrence doesn't test it enough, I'll take this. And Science 5. Terrence has to fight with Hutch Hollis over these 2. And it seems like Hutch Hollis kinda gave up on the race. They instead hope that their victory point lead is enough take them through, even if parents take that. That's good for me because it means if parents want to take these 2 tiles, they cannot take this. So they don't fight me for it. And with my AC, I managed to get this tile for 16 points. Here's my great economy. I can still build another research lab. Go up here. Yeah, my final scoring points will not be the greatest, but I get so many points from the tech tracks and from this advanced tactile. I'll show you in a minute how many points I got from that. And yeah, I even took this tile for 7 points to get a useless step up here. Yeah, because it's actually 9 point tactile for me. 7 plus from advanced terra. Yeah, and you can see that even before endgame scoring, I'm already beating even the Hachalas, or at least coming really close to it. And yeah, Terrans didn't even get a victory point pass tile for the final round. So they are really far behind. And as I said earlier, this Gaia is, or this Transstim planet, out of reach for everyone. And at the end of the day, Terrans only got 6 Gaia planets. They have one they can colonize? No. Yeah, just really rough. Like I expected though. Like I was expecting Hutch to go there, which is why I didn't want to bid on Terrans. And I think we can see that in fact Terrans ended up in last space. So actually nobody should have bid any victory points on Terrans. Alright, so now endgame scoring. But yeah, I mean just look at the files. The tech track victory points. I got 52 points from the tech tracks. I had 36 from Terrans and 16 from the Hachalas. Yeah, that's just a lot. So I won by 23 points over the Hachalas. The Hachalas had 21 points over the Terrans. And if you look at the results, should go here. Hopefully. I think we can see it here though. Yeah. So VP cost of factions is what we actually ended up paying for it. 18 points for the Terrans, 8 for me. If you look at the final situation, that was actually only on 207. Terrans would have been on 189. So that would have still ended up being the same place for everyone. So yeah, Terrans were actually the worst faction. Unless you spotted a mistake. Like I said, maybe opening PI as Terrans when you were pretty sure you would have competition was not the best idea, maybe. But I don't think it's a mistake. I mean, if you start playing defensive as early as round 1, then it's really hard to win the game. Yeah, tech track. Like I said, that's just a massive gap. And the other thing I wanted to show you was the VP from technologies, E3. So 7 of those came from the 7 VP victory tactile. So that's 46. And then this one was 16 points. So I got 30 points. 30 points from this advanced tech. That's just really, really good. And also I got 4 fat tiles because of the Terra 5. Yeah, everything was working great for the Firax. And I ended up winning the Gaia Project Champions League. April A. Well, it was only 35 players, but I mean, looking at these ELO ratings, like those were some really, really good players. And I don't know, they probably slept a little on Firax this game. And I certainly had a pretty good day. Well, actually, it was not played over a single day. It was asynchronous, but it was on form, I would say. I don't always play this well, but this I think was a pretty clean game, and yeah, it's just a beautiful Firax game. All the mines, all the trade stations. Not a lot of big buildings. That's kind of normal for Firax. Yeah, you just need enough to get 3 feds. Well, so yeah, that was the Gaia Project Champions League. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. The other Champions League tournaments that I've entered weren't nearly as successful as this one. But yeah, you can't win them all. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.